Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and today we want to focus on the relationship between President William Ruto and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, ambapo we have been seeing the president moving around with Raila Odinga, and to me, one is fooling another one. That is according to my understanding, because recently, after the loss of AUC election, Raila reappeared with President William Ruto in Mombasa when they met in State House, Mombasa, when President Ruto was on a development tour in Mombasa. So here is the thing. When Raila Odinga met with President Ruto, after that he flies to Kisumu, where he met grassroots leaders led by Kisumu County Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, and that is when Raila now started saying he is embarking on a journey to meet the people tour. He never said at all, but when he arrived in Kisumu after meeting the president in Mombasa, that is now the topic change from now looking for people's tour. When after that, the president attended a grassroots conversation and leadership summit that was held in Homa Bay County. And later on, the following day, Raila Odinga attended ODM at 20 in Busia County. That was yesterday. And things took a dramatic turn when I'm trying to give you a procedure on why I'm saying Raila is playing cards or Ruto is playing. One is playing cards, another one is desperate of another one. Two, when Raila addresses the journalist from Homa Bay, he said, we are giving the government an ultimatum to make sure that the things he had promised or they had promised the people have been fulfilled. You know. Two, yesterday, Raila said he is listening to the ground. That is the point I'm driving now. Raila said he is embarking on his journey to visit the Nyanza province to meet the people tour after a very vigorous campaign across Africa. And you know why I'm saying so is because Raila is planning a way of now, even though he's in government, but Raila will always find a way of engaging with his people. Raila learned after losing the AUC seat. People were happy. You remember the joyousness people were having. People were saying Raila should be back to politics so that asumbwe Kasongo. You know, that was the question, the quiz. But now, after Raila lost the AUC, even with all the credits, even with all the privileges, but upon Raila kukaa chini manzi, amerealize kwamba a lot of people are no longer supporting whether Raila is with President William Ruto. The people want change. That is why you heard is one of his senators, Ledama Olekina, today in Baringo saying, the parties that are being formed are not for NGOs. They are political parties that are formed to win elections. Raila, on the other hand, yesterday said is giving a government an ultimatum to make sure that SHA is working. Reason why I was saying, another reason why I'm telling you Raila might be playing cards, and I will tell you the story why President Ruto might be desperate to have Raila because of the mountain issues. I will tell you this. Raila, after losing the AUC, he knew, and when he came to sit down with a circle of friends, he knew that he has been distant for a very long time. He has not met the people. That is now when he came with another new narrative now called Me the People Tour. That is now when he said yesterday, I'm listening to my people. Meaning, if the people are saying we need to go to Mandamano, Raila will be. If the people will say don't support William Ruto, then Raila will say So, Raila is going to other counties apart from Busia. He might go to Nyamira. He has not visited Kisii. He has not gone to which counties in Western, Kakamega. And all those are his stronghold centers. The process of now meeting the people's tour is that after he finishes with Nyanza province, definitely the next step for Raila Odinga, he will move perfectly and purely, count on this, he will move to Coast province. Raila will have a meeting with grassroots leaders in Mombasa, then to Kilifi, then to Kwale, then to Taita Taveta and all those parts of coastal region. If indeed he is listening to the people, count on me, Raila in due time will be out of this government. That is why I'm telling you, Raila is not even afraid, because Raila has lost 4 general elections, 4 or 5. In 2008, 2007, he lost. In 2012, he lost. In 2017, he lost. In 2022, lost again. Raila has nothing, and he has lost 1 international seat of the African Union chairmanship. So Raila has nothing to lose anymore. He is 80 years old. He has been in this government to bargain. So even saying today, I'm going for my people, to bargain for something else, and count on me. There are reports that are saying President William Ruto has tried so much to sweet talk Raila Odinga. Why? One, look at the number of CS that Ruto has gave Raila Odinga. The likes of Kina Joho, the likes of John Badi, the likes of former governor. It is a way of fertilizing Raila so that he cannot bring chaos. 2, why Ruto is desperate for Raila Odinga is, even majuzi, the recent days, there have been a conversation that they were vetting for PSS. Among are people from Raila's rich party ODM. You had the women rep of Mombasa when President Ruto was in Mombasa saying, this is the government that has given us CSS, and it is the same government that is soon will give us PSS. Meaning, Raila is beginning for his power in government. By the end of this year, count on me, Raila will be 50% in this government. Ruto will be forced to fire his own people, most likely the people aligned to former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. That is why President Ruto is so desperate about Raila, because the Mount Kenya region, a bit of Mount Kenya, because some are saying, oh, mlima ijasonga, wengine wanasema mlima imesonga, but purely in saying, if you compare Deputy President Kithure Kindiki and the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Gachagua had a bargaining power on how to talk to his people. You see now, President is so desperate that he's losing half of Mount Kenya region votes, and is one of the rich places that you can count when it comes to vote regime in the time of voting. 1, the sides of Gachagua is gone. Out of around 2 million votes, Ruto might secure around 500 votes. When you go to the other side of Tharaka Nithi now, Ruto might get 75%, Gachagua will get 25%. Meaning, Ruto has a chance of winning 25% votes from the mountain. And if you tally them to the national tally, then the president himself has a deficit. That is why he's moving to the western and the Nyanza region, which is Raila's rich region. 2, this year's Madaraka Day was supposed to be celebrated in Kitui, if I'm not wrong. But the president has redirect and ordered that Madaraka Day be celebrated in Homa Bay at Raila Odinga Stadium. That tells you what? That the president is pleasing the people of Nyanza region, so that if anything goes, Raila will say Ruto Tosha 2027. 2. You have heard about the Kenya Kwanza allied MPs who are very close to the President William Ruto, the likes of Kimani Ichung'wah, the likes of Joanna Ngeno, the likes of Baringo North MP, Joseph, what do you call this guy? Joseph Maglap. Yes, I was right. Joseph Maglap. These people now are saying bring the NADCO report so that they can create a new office for the Prime Minister. Raila will be the second Prime Minister twice in his entire regime. Because for you to adopt the NADCO report, you have to adjust the constitution. Adjusting the constitution, meaning you are bringing a new office, which is called the Prime Minister. Definitely, if Raila becomes the Prime Minister, Musalia Mudavadi will be the Deputy Prime Minister. That is for a fact. All these things President William Ruto is doing to fantasize the relationship between Raila Odinga and he himself in the way to win the 2027 elections by Raila endorsing William Ruto as the president come 2027. Because Raila now has nothing to lose, ever has earlier highlighted that Raila has lost around 4 elections. And currently, he lost the biggest election ever, that even the country is still in shock. Raila was pumped billions of shillings. Not anyone has ever said how many million did Raila use during the campaign time of across the continent. But it is not a small money. If it's not even a billion, it's millions of taxpayers' money. And what you see, the president is so close to Raila than ever. You know, and Raila has done nothing. Even if you look at the report, the court yesterday, or a few days ago, said that the majority in the parliament are people from Azimio. You see, there are people from Azimio. But nothing has happened. President has just relaxed. Nobody is talking about. But Raila Ikosi has told his honey to relax. Kuna kitu inapikwa jikoni. And mind you, Raila has never want to stay close or want to stay cool. You know what made Raila all this through around 6 months ago to be silent is because he had put his whole focus on the issues of AUC. But currently, Raila is there and is here to stay. He has come back, and let him finish all this. What he say it is meet the people tour. Count on this. Raila will bring a storm to this country. Raila might change. Raila is not the same Raila. We have not seen Raila, or we have not heard Raila akikula too soft. You know, it is now 2 years to election, and a lot of people are forming government. You know, Raila yesterday said that the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM, remains as the ODM. All other parties who want to shift, let them go, but they will remain with Chungwa, which is their symbol of the party. So, ladies and gentlemen, Raila is not a man you can tell something today. Raila Keshiba ni sawa, but now Raila has to mass the people, because if Raila continues staying with William Ruto, people will lose trust on Raila. There is no person who can fact check the government more than Raila. And meaning, if the problems that are facing Kenyans are not solved by the current regime of William Ruto, and Raila continues staying with the president, people of the Nyanza region or his most followers will lose trust in him, meaning that people will now look for another alternative person to support, and when people are looking for an alternative solution, meaning you're losing the crown. You're losing the crown and you're losing the crown. You know, you're losing both the crown, taji ile ya kuwekelewa kama kiongozi, na kutatokea pengo baina yako na watu yako. That is what Raila is doing. That is even the plan of coming up with Me the People tour, is to go back to his people and say, maze nimerudi, mnataka nifanyaje? You know, if you could listen to what Raila said yesterday, sema, I'm listening to my people, nasikia crown ikisema, my people wakisema twende this side, then who am I? I'm moving with the people. And if there is something that all politicians would do, is going with the watu yake. Leave those who are with President William Ruto. The people who are on the opposition knows the real meaning of kusema naenda na crown, naenda na watu yangu. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's wait. Raila might playing the cards smarter, or William Ruto might be the smartest. Who do you think between the two of them will be the smartest guy to win the 2027 election in terms of vote reach? Because Mount Kenya, mlima imesonga kwa serikali. Nyanza ndio imerumaji sasa, ndio imekaribia serikali. So which one is now, who is playing the cards? Is it William Ruto anakaribia maji, ama Raila ameleta maji karibu na William Ruto? Who is playing the cards?